So, in our Russia Close-Up series today, we're coming to you from the Yakutia region. It's in the country's far east and is home to one of the coldest cities on Earth. And coping with the weather is a harsh reality of people's everyday lives. Our reporter Anis Hibbets in Yakutsk, which is 6 hours ahead of Moscow. That gives you an idea of just how big this country is. Anis, good to see you there. Tell us, what's the weather like in Yakutsk? What are the temperatures like?
Well, Belle, as you can see, it is rather chilly here this morning, as usual in the Republic of Sakha-Yakutia. As you've mentioned, we are some 6 hours and 6 time zones away from you in Moscow, in northeastern Siberia. And the climate is just one of the remarkable things about this republic. With some 40% of the republic situated above the Arctic Circle, it does boast the coldest inhabited area on Earth. But also the size really does make this republic unique. It's the largest republic in Russia, taking up 1/5 of the country. That's roughly a little smaller than India, or alternatively 13 Frances put together. The republic itself crosses some 3 time zones. Another unique fact about this republic is that it is ridiculously rich in natural resources. Legend has it when the god of creation was flying around the world distributing riches and resources, his fingers got so cold as he crossed over Yakutia that he dropped them all. So you name it, they've got it here. Gold, timber, oil, silver, diamonds. The diamond monopoly Alrosa, which is based here, produces some 25% of the world's rough-cut diamonds. The republic also has its own distinct culture and traditions and language and diet. Well, with more on the many things that make this republic unique, here's RT's Leah Ferguson.
The Yakut people, so we're told, worship the sun, presumably for its ability to thaw a frozen face. This is Russia's Asia, where delicate Asiatic features form a contrast to the harsh Arctic climate. Yakuts make up 40% of the population here. They speak a language of Turkic origin. At the local school, we're told Yakut is rich in verbs, and many of the words sound as if they're stuck together with glue, as these students demonstrate.
What
Children learn to speak Yakut from age 11. Lessons are compulsory for natives, but nowadays many Russians are learning the language too.
For horse breeder Nikolai, Yakut is the only way to communicate with the 4-legged natives. The Yakut horse has a fatty flesh, the reason it can endure temperatures of -60 degrees Celsius.
Yakut horses are the only ones that can survive in an Arctic climate, but they never lay down during the winter. They sleep standing up. Still, they are strong, tough and hardy animals.
And the people are hardy too in this sort of weather, but they say the best way to survive is to wear fur.
Come to Yakutia and you'll realize that nothing but fur keeps you warm.
The Yakutsk boot factory saves many a toe from frostbite. All handmade from reindeer hide, wool and felt. This is traditional local footwear, but still popular today. No 2 pairs look the same, all with individual beading and sequins. Well, all of these pieces of fur come from reindeer legs, and it takes 14 of these reindeer legs to make 1 pair of boots. But these boots are in such high demand that this factory produces 700 pairs per month. If fur's not your thing, then this is an alternative way to keep warm. A national Yakut sport of energetic leaps and bounds. It may look unusual, but it does have a purpose.
The sport increases your endurance and fitness. Traditionally, Yakuts were hunters and they needed to jump from rock to rock in the swamps. So that's how this type of jumping originated.
Nowadays, the Yakut people say jumping helps them to outwit the weather. Here, it's about survival of the fittest. Leah Ferguson, RT, in the Republic of Yakutia.
Well, having spent some time here, I can certainly understand the national assumption with jumping up and down to keep warm. Well, someone who knows all about life in the region is Tatiana Monoserova, a teacher at school number 17 here in the Republic. Tatiana, could you please explain why the Yakutian language is compulsory in your school and why some of the classes are actually taught in Yakutian?
As you probably know, our republic is bilingual, and there are two main official languages, Yakut and Russian, and some parents who moved from regions of our republic, they asked the head of our school to open Yakut specialized classes that children should can learn, for example, mathematics, physics in their native language, because it is very important that children were taught in their native language. They understand better all materials in their native language.
But it's not just the language that your school teaches, it's also Yakutian culture and tradition. Would you mind telling me a little bit about that?
Yes, of course. It is very important to remember all our traditions and customs, and some teachers of primary school, they learn children to sing toyuk, to sing huahai and dance it, and they also children are taught to play humus, our national instrument.
Well, we saw a little insight into what all that means in Leah's package. It looks a fabulously rich culture. Tatiana, thank you so much for coming down and talking to us. I'm afraid that is all we have time for from the Sakha Yakutian Republic this morning. Do join us in a couple of hours' time for more. Right now, back to you in Moscow.
Alice Hibbert, thanks very much indeed. As Alice says, she'll be back with us in a couple of hours from now. Keep warm, Alice. Good to see you there. Thanks very much.